just email us at newjerusalemlive@gmail.com. newjerusalemlive@gmail.com. And then you can also be on our email list. The email list is available to everyone. You don't have to be affiliated with New Jerusalem to be on the email list. And that just gives you all the materials that we send out to our internal folks. You can get that as well. And so we make that available to everyone. Amen. So we wanted to just talk again about these strongholds. And I thought we'd just start quickly again. I know we had some questions last week. One question is going to be answered here when we talk about our Bible study edition. I put the list of a few good kings in high places. But the question basically dealt with the correlation between being weak and having high places and strongholds. And that is, can you be strong and have a stronghold? And my answer would be yes. Can you be strong and have a high place? My answer would be yes. And my answer is biblical. But we'll get to that in a moment. So remember, our 5 elements of men. Amen. We've again, if you look at history is historically taught that men are made up of 3 elements: the mind, the body, and the soul, or the mind, the body, and the spirit. And that is what some of you might have heard referred to as what they call the triune man. The triune man. Amen. That's our argument. The man is made up of 3 things: the body, the mind, and the soul. And in that model, I believe that they equate the mind and the heart, and they equate the soul and the spirit. My model does not do that. I think that you have to separate out the mind and the heart, and you have to separate out the soul and the spirit in order to understand ourselves. Remember, all this comes from our sermon where we preach, Lord, help me to understand myself. So we did a comprehensive study where we looked at man and looked at all the elements in the Bible that talks about men. And when I say men, I'm just talking about humans. Let me use that term, humans, better. When we talk about humans, if you look in the Bible, it talks about the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit, amen, as being distinct. And the heart as being distinct elements where those of us who are doing well, usually that means that we have our mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit aligned with the Lord, aligned with the Spirit of the Lord. When we're having problems, when we're getting in trouble, when we're going through a lot of stuff, generally it means at least one of those things is out of line, is out of alignment. It's like your car. Your car has 4 tires, unless you drive a different kind of car. Amen. And when one of those tires goes a little awry on its ride, the whole car messes up. Right? The ride just doesn't feel as good. And that's the same way when we get out of alignment, either in our mind, our body, our heart, our soul, our spirit. So that's why I think this model is more applicable to us. It's more helpful to us to understand ourselves from the mind, the body, the heart, the soul, the spirit, because we have to work on ourselves. And I think in order to work on ourselves, we got to know what you got to work on, right? It's like anything else. Some people lift up their hood. They have no idea what it's under a hood. Right? But I see people on the side of the road, their car stop and they go lift up the hood. They know nothing about the car, but they figure if you lift up the hood, something good is going to happen. Well, I can tell you right now, if you don't know anything about a car, nothing good is going to happen. Right? Except that you might feel better because the hood is up. Right? In the same way, when we go through problems, we find ourselves in spiritual trouble, or we find ourselves going through spiritual weakness. If we don't know where to look to find out what the problem is, we're going to stay weak. So you got to look at your mind. Is it my mind, Lord? Are the things I'm thinking, right? The Bible says whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever is just, whatsoever is pure, whatsoever is true. Think on these things. If they're being virtue, if they're being praised, those things you think on, right? So generally, sometimes our mind is out of whack, right? If your mind if you spend a lot of time in your mind thinking about stuff that's not godly, that means your mind is out of whack. Right? Your mind is more in parallel with the world than it is with God. Right? The same way with our hearts. If our heart is desiring a lot of things that aren't spiritual, there's something wrong with our heart. If our heart is pressing for stuff and we're yearning for stuff that's not godly, there's something wrong with our heart. Lord, work on my heart. Create in me a what? And renew the right what? Spirit within me, right? Same thing with our soul and our spirit. The soul usually refers more to emptiness. Because there are some people who feel empty all the time. Right? If you feel empty all the time, that's a soul problem. Right? Somebody said a long time ago, I'm a soul man. Right? But you're not a soul person if you empty all the time. Because the Lord came to do what? Fill my cup and let it what? Overflow. The Lord came to fill our cups and let it overflow. So when I'm lonely, and I'm not just lonely in terms of physical lonely, I'm talking more of a spiritual loneliness, where you're just sort of plagued by feeling like you're by yourself, you're dreading life. That's a problem for somebody who's supposed to be saved. All right, now people in the world, you may or may not be able to help them, right? Because if you don't have God, you don't feel that, because that's what the void, that's what's missing is God, right? But those of us who are saved, God should be filling that void. And if he's not filling the void, I can tell you right now, it's not his problem, it's our problem, right? The reason why he doesn't fill it is because we're not letting him fill it. We're filling up our life with so much stuff, we're not letting God in. Right? So we feel that void is usually a sign that we put too much emphasis on carnal stuff and on the world and not an emphasis on spiritual things. Right? But the Lord wants us to treasure what? Treasure those things which are what? Spiritual. Right? Set your affection on what? Set your affection on what? Right? If you set our affection on things above, then our soul will be pleased. Paul said, I've learned of what stuff I state I meant to be what? The reason why is because he focused on spiritual things. Right? He wasn't about carnal. Paul said that those things I kind of gained for me, I kind of what? Lost for Christ. Right? So he understood that the way to make sure that I'm feeling whole is not to fill my life up with people. You can surround yourself with people and that's not going to change anything. It's not for me to fill my life up with alcohol and drugs. Right? We've seen, they said there's more, in this area, there's more drug overdoses than there are COVID-19 deaths. Why? Because people are empty and they're trying to fill your life. Drugs are not going to fill your life. Right? They're going to give you a temporary high. And when you're going to come down, you're going to feel worse than you did before you took the drugs. Alcohol is not going to fill your life. It's going to give you a temporary feeling. We're dealing with alcohol. So the reason why some people drink is lots of what we call our prohibitions. Right? Our inhibitions, not prohibitions. Right? Alcohol is once prohibited. Amen. But alcohol lessens our inhibitions. So that's how when people want to do wrong, they drink alcohol because it's easier to do wrong when you drink alcohol. Don't raise your hand. Right? So a lot of people, before they did wrong, they used to drink. Right? Because it's easier to do wrong when you're drinking because you don't have any sense. Right? You can blame it on the alcohol. You can't blame it on the rain, but you can blame it on the alcohol. Right? But the problem with alcohol is after you come down, you have to deal with everything you did while you were drunk. How many of everybody know that, right? Right? So you can do a lot of damage while you're drunk. But the problem is when you wake up, that all that damage is still there. You have a party at your house, and you let everybody come over and tear it up. And you all wake up from that hangover. Somebody's going to have to clean up. Right? So alcohol is not the way to fill our soul. Right? The way to fill our soul is through Jesus Christ. Through the blood of Christ, through his word, through his life, right? And then our spirit, as I talked about last week, the spirit is your will. Right? Think about that time you said, I'm going to do this no matter what. That's what your will is. A man's spirit. Right? You got to see yourself. Because a lot of times we all can see other people doing, but we all have been like this where no matter what, I'm going to do this. That's the spirit. So I said, that's your, that's not God's spirit, but that's your spirit. My spirit is telling me I'm going to get this done. Right? I'm going to do this. It's like if you have something and you're supposed to do the next day, and you say, I'm going to stay up all night. I don't care what it takes. That's your spirit driving. That's not necessarily God driving you, right? It's your spirit. Now, the problem with a man's spirit when it's directed like that, the Lord can't get a hold of us. Right? When we're so boom, the Lord can't even knock at our door. Y'all remember that song, Somebody Knocking at Your Door? Somebody knocking at, remember that old song? That old class, somebody write that down. We can sing that at some point. So somebody should say, somebody knocking at your door. Why don't you answer? It must be who? It must be Jesus. Right? But when I'm in my own spirit, he can knock at my door all he wants. You know what I'm doing? I'm determined. Right? The spirit is a man's will. The way to think about a human spirit is to think about a horse. The Bible talks about how you break a horse. You have to break a horse by doing what? You have to bridle it. Right? You have to bridle it. And then in order for it to be bridled, that means the horse is going to have to go through some what? Pain. Thank God for a quiet church. Right? If the Lord is going to bridle us, saints, we're going to have to go through some pain. It's going to hurt us for him to bridle us. Because we're so determined. We're so determined, I'm going to do this our way. And so I get hit on the head. What I do, get back up. I'm still going my way. Right? So there are a lot of people, they go through a lot of stuff because of their spirit. So they determine, I'm going to do this no matter what. And the Lord says all kinds of signs. He said, no. Right? You children sometimes tell their parents, you're not going to tell me. Right? That's a spirit. See what I'm saying? But it's a man's spirit, it's not God's spirit. When you have a child tell their parent, you're not going to tell me, that's a spirit. It's the man, it's the spirit of a man. Right? And the only way that spirit is going to be broken, it has to be what? It has to be bridled. It has to be choked. Right? That's why the man said, the Bible says, who can tame the what? The tongue. Because I thought the tongue is driven by our what? It's driven by our spirit. Like I always say, a lot of people who say, I'm going to say it no matter what. Right? Something happens, and you're away from the person, and you get your little pen and paper out, and you write down everything you're going to say. And between the time you see them, thank God for the Holy Ghost. The Lord tell you, no, not to that, and you haven't erased anything. But the Lord told you, don't say that. But I wrote it down no matter what. That's a man, that's a woman, that's a man, that's a human being spirit. Right? The spirit will not say yes to God unless it's what? Broken. He said you got to be able to broken what? A heart, what kind of spirit? A contrite spirit. Right? If we don't have a contrite spirit, God can't help us. Right? You got to be able to break our spirit. That's why he said you can't have a heart of stone, you got to have a heart of what? We got to have a heart of flesh. And if we have a heart of stone, God can't help us. The Bible uses the phrase, God hardened the what? The heart. That doesn't mean that God touched their heart and hardened. It means God created a situation where their heart was hardened. Right? So sometimes God allows the situation to happen to see whether or not I'm going to harden my heart or whether or not I'm going to listen to him. But if I don't listen to him, it's not like God hardened my heart. He created a situation, or he allowed the situation to exist to test whether or not I was going to harden my heart. And a lot of times we just tell the Lord, Lord, I love you, but this time I'm doing it my way. Right? Frank Sinatra said what? I did it my way. Right? There are a lot of saints who sing the Frank Sinatra song. Right? I did it my way. Right? The only problem is, man, I don't know where Frank Sinatra ended up, but at that point, I don't think he was trying to get in heaven. Right? We say we try to get into heaven. When we're trying to get into heaven, we can't do it our way. We shouldn't be singing the Frank Sinatra song. Right? We got to say, Lord, help me to do it what? Your way. Not my will, but what? Right. So we got to, our spirits have to be broken. The horse and the bridle is a perfect example. The Bible uses another example. It talks about the ship and the bow and the steer, right? The ship. Who can steer a ship when the waves start going, right? Some of you have seen that movie, the Perfect Storm? Right? When the waves take your ship, you can't do much. It don't matter how good a captain you are. But one thing you can do is you can sit there and ride the waves and hope that they don't overtake you. Right? You can't do a lot, but you can just try to ride with the waves. Right? Sometimes the saints, you just got to ride. Right? Don't keep talking, be quiet and ride.